That's one of the many songs you're going to hear during the fireworks show, by the way. Voice of Laguna is presenting a soundtrack for the fireworks show that here locally will start at 9 p.m. Wherever you are across the country. Obviously, different times for you as well. But here in Southern California, our fireworks show in Laguna Beach starts at 9 p.m. local time. Should be a pretty decent soundtrack. Stay tuned for it. Tune in to Voice of Laguna, either through Alexa, Apple Music. You can find us on TuneIn. You can just download the Voice of Laguna app. Go to the website, voiceoflaguna.com. Should be a pretty decent, 30, 40, 50 minutes of music for the fireworks show. Fireworks shows usually about 17 or 18 minutes long anyway. And part of that, we just heard Bob Dylan's Chimes of Freedom. And as we're seeing across the country, I was reading some polling information this morning, and I just did an informal poll here at the radio station, and it's about 50-50. I haven't gone through each and every one of the texts in on the Text Connect, but the pride meter in where we live now in America is about 50-50. And as preparations are underway for the 250th birthday that'll happen on Saturday, prompting kind of a fresh look at the nation's past and its future, a new Gallup poll released just a couple of days ago found that 77% of Americans think the country's founders would be disappointed by the way the U.S. has turned out, by where we are today. And of the 77%, 63% of those respondents say that a majority of the reasons that they are disappointed is political cowardice. And when you don't have to look very far for political cowardice. And I am going to do the both sides of the aisle thing. It exists on both sides of the aisle. There is not a lot of value in the risk taking of honesty in our politics, and I say that I'll go back and I'll attack one side, and then I'm attacking everybody today. But on the Democratic side of the aisle, absolutely cowardly before the election for those in the Biden administration to not admit that at the time President Joe Biden was just not cognitively himself, just wasn't up to the task of running for re-election. And you know what happened? They gave Kamala Harris barely 100 days to campaign and run. There was not a free and open primary. All of the things that could have gone wrong went wrong because those that surrounded President Biden were cowards. Cowardly. And when you'd see them on the Sunday morning programming, no, I just saw him yesterday. He's sharp as a tack. Yeah, that's what you would hear. None of them spoke out truthfully. And of course, that threw a giant wrench in the works for the Harris campaign. And we find ourselves now in the position that we're in because of that. And just the same thing on the other side. Absolutely none of the Republicans will stand up to this person in office, and they are acquiescing to an oligarch, acquiescing to a dictator. Just one day after adopting a resolution that was aimed at removing U.S. military forces from the conflict with Iran, the Senate walked back its rebuke of the administration's handling of the war, rejecting an attempt to advance a similar war powers measure. The late night vote came after Trump expressed frustration with Senate Republicans who voted for an Iran war powers resolution just the day before, as well as Republicans who missed the vote, arguing that Congress had undermined his position at the negotiating tables with Iran. And when you talk about cowards holding office, the names Rand Paul and Bill Cassidy loom really high on that list. They're both GOP senators. They'd previously voted to rein in his war powers on Iran. They changed their votes. Rand Paul voted present, and Cassidy voted against advancing the resolution. Cassidy, who, by the way, was just primaried out of office by Trump. He's got nothing to lose at this point. Rand Paul voting present is just as par for the course for him. There is absolutely nothing but cowardice in his votes. He'll talk a good game leading up to it, but once it comes down to the hammer and nails of a vote, he's going to always acquiesce. Always has, always will. GOP Senators Susan Collins and Lisa Murkowski once again voted for the resolution, showing some backbone. And then Democratic Senator John Fetterman, who's just off the rails anyway, again voted against it. And the final tally was 47 to 50 to 1 present. So where are we 250 years in? Our founding fathers built this nation out of courage, bravery, and values. And 250 years later, you've got to ask the question, those that hold high office, are we still seeing that in them? 8 o'clock. It's the voice of Laguna.